Hey guys, so today's reading is going to be starting The Nutcracker's Curse, which is a short Christmas fairy tale that I wrote last year. The Nutcracker's Curse, like I said, is a short story. It's about 11,000 words, and I wrote it specifically to be a part of an anthology last year called Once Upon a Yuletide. It was an anthology of a bunch of Christmas fairy tales by a bunch of different authors. And I really enjoyed writing it. I got so into it that I made plans to make my own collection of Christmas fairy tales. And my plan is to write a collection of my own of short Christmas fairy tales and release it for next December. This year was a short collection of Christmas stories focusing on the heart of Christmas, which is Jesus. Next year I'm going to do the fairy tale retelling ones of Christmas. And I've decided to call it Once Upon a Winter's Tale. I really love the title, and The Nutcracker's Curse is going to be released in it. I still have yet to write the other Christmas fairy tales. I'm going to do the same thing that I did with The Heart of Christmas, where from now on out till the end of next year, I'm going to just work on it little by little and add more to each story and go from there. There's a lot of Christmas fairy tales that are just really exciting, and it's one of the things that really gets my imagination turning. So since The Nutcracker's Curse has been published already in another anthology, I thought we could read through it this December in honor of Christmas. I don't know if we have enough weeks to actually finish it, but I'm gonna keep reading, and we'll get all the way through it. And unless a special event comes up and I need to do a different reading or something some week, basically we're gonna read through The Nutcracker's Curse. So this story is taken from the story of the Nutcracker, and I think it was written and published sometime in the 1900s, somewhere around there. I can't remember the exact date, but I did, when I wrote this, I read the actual story. I found the whole version of it, the Old English version of it and everything, which was really interesting to read, and I kind of interpret it my own way. I took my own ideas with it, so I really hope that you enjoy this retelling. The Nutcracker's Curse, Chapter 1. Sweat dribbled from Nathan's brow as he twisted the sword hilt in his hand. Exhaling sharply, he lifted it into the air and swung at his opponent. The young man saw him coming. After all, they were best friends and they knew each other's fighting styles perfectly. "Henry," Nathan said as their blades clashed, "I do believe you're getting slower, mate." Henry shook blonde curls out of his eyes as they stepped backward, sizing each other up. "Possibly, or perhaps I'm moving as slow as I intended." With a war cry, he lunged toward Nathan, who parried his blow and struck at him from the side. Nathan's sword clanged against Henry's iron armor, bouncing right off of it. The royal blacksmith had certainly outdone himself this time. This was as much a test of his new armor as it was a training session of their skills, and thus far, Nathan was quite pleased with it. "Boys! Boys!" Queen Faylie gracefully strode down a wide set of stairs leading from the side corridor of the palace to the training yard. "Nathan, why must you continue to train? The Christmas ball is tonight, and you should be preparing yourself." Nathan shot his mother a lopsided grin. How many times had she come searching for him here in the training yard to drag him to the balls? He would much rather prefer to be training, but no part of him wanted to disappoint her either. Queen Faylie's dark hair hung loosely down her back, and her smooth features only added to her grace and beauty. Prince Nathan had always admired his mother, her gentle nature, her kind heart, and the love she and his father shared. It was a love he longed to share with a woman one day, a woman he could love of his own accord rather than for an arranged marriage. He and Queen Faylie had the same narrow jawline, at least from what few times he had seen his own reflection. His eyes mirrored his father's, both a similar shade of sky blue. Nathan's short, dark, wavy hair had the potential to be his mother's, if only it was a bit longer. Hers reached her mid-back, and unlike most of the other ladies of the court, she did not keep hers pinned up. It was a bit of a fashion statement, he supposed, but then he did not often trifle with what the ladies of the court thought was fashionable or not. "Of course, Mother." Nathan gave her a short bow, kissed her hand, and sprinted past her on the steps. Out of the corner of his eye, he caught sight of Henry bowing to her just before he stopped to put the weapons and armor away. Nathan quickly stripped the armor off and handed it to one of the servants who followed him, ready to serve at a moment's notice. When he finally stripped off the gauntlets, chestplate, and greaves, he headed up a winding staircase to the right. It was the quickest route to his chambers in the West Wing, and it avoided all the crowds of the court in the throne room and the ballroom. As a prince, he probably should have been there, but testing armor, training, and honing his blacksmithing skills was far more intriguing.
At court, many people lied and schemed. Though his father navigated those waters with ease, it was not one of the things Nathan looked forward to about being king one day. For now, however, he readied himself for the ball, as all princes his age did. At 20, what worries did one have of one day becoming king? His father was in his prime and had just won peace with a neighboring kingdom. All was well, so Nathan put off the thought of schemes and the court and being king. Tonight he would simply enjoy the festivities and celebration of Christmas. He had no idea it would be their last together as a family.
I know this is very short, but thank you guys so much for watching and listening. If you enjoyed this, please like the video. That really helps me out, and share it around with your friends who enjoy Christmas and Christmas fairy tales. You know, some of my favorite stuff is Christmas fairy tales, so especially the story of the Nutcracker. So I hope that you've enjoyed this. Be sure to subscribe for more writing videos every Monday and readings every Friday. So thank you guys and have a great day.